I noticed, I follow Brandon Buckingham. If you guys don't know who he is, he's an IRL YouTuber. He does a lot of videos with Turkey Tom, some pretty entertaining stuff. The guy's really funny. And you also might know Wendigoon. For those of you who don't know who Wendigoon is, he is a horror YouTuber. He often reads creepypastas. He was most known for his iceberg videos back in the day. Really entertaining YouTuber. He's done several podcasts. He's doing Creepcast right now with Meat Canyon. He's doing The Red Thread with Moist Critical. Really great stuff. And for some... and Wendigoon's also friends with people like Turkey Tom, Nicholas Diorio, Brandon, and this guy, I don't know his actual name. Maybe we'll find out in the video. But his YouTuber name is In Praise of Shadows. And he did a video on bad conservative horror movies, right? And in this, I think at the time of this live stream, he's taken the section out now. But... here, he dedicates a section to why Wendigoon is bad, even though Wendigoon doesn't make horror movies. Because, again, the video is supposed to be about bad conservative horror movies. That it says it right there in the title. And I don't know why Wendigoon is a subject in this. Wendigoon's pretty religious.
I'm assuming brain rot.
Yeah. Wendigoon's pretty religious. He's a Sunday school teacher, in fact. So I'm guessing this is why, because obviously if you're a Christian, that obviously means you're a conservative and you're evil and you want to see everyone fail but you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's a section of the video. Let's just play it and let's see how everyone reacts to it.
He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape.
By the way, point out, the picture in the background he's using is when
absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. It was when Brandon's grandfather was in the hospital. And the reply is basically Wendigoon saying...
It was just after he got home from the hospital.
It was after he got home?
Yeah.
Okay. My mistake. But still, it's like he just had a horrible experience at the hospital, right? I'm assuming because of his grandpa's age, it was probably a massive scare for the family, right?
Oh yeah.
And Wendigoon's like, hope he makes a good recovery, that kind of stuff, right? And that's supposed to link to how evil Wendigoon is.
Yeah. How dare he wish someone's grandfather a fast recovery?
Yeah.
What a monster.
Yeah, and by the way, he's accused of threatening assault. Does anybody remember where that comes from?
Sneeko.
Correct.
Sneeko's girlfriend.
Yeah, because...
And how she offered to allow them to run a train on her.
Yeah, no, Sneeko and his girlfriend wanted them to run a train on her.
Which implies consent, so how is it grape?
Right, but Brandon made a joke about it, so of course he has to say that, well, actually they...
Sneeko's got to spin it.
Her. Yeah, exactly.
He can't be seen as a cuck. Oh, wait.
Yeah, but wait, I'm confused. Isn't according to this dude, all conservatives are evil, and obviously an evil person lies, right? So why are you taking the word of a conservative so that way you can smear another supposed conservative?
Yeah, it's...
So
this guy has Lamp in chat is right. The amount of smooth brain this motherfucker.
The amount of smooth brain, yeah. Also, Marble, thank you for becoming a channel member. Super Nerd 1, thank you so much. Brain dead. True, I have loved the stars too fondly. True, very, very true.
Good morning, stars.
Morning. Also, too, here are just some,
Deep Appalachia.
This is great. This is beautiful.
Yeah. So he says, I forgive you for thoughtlessly defaming me, but claiming all white people in the Deep Appalachia should be assumed to be a racist, and saying Wendigoon should not be welcomed in public spaces because of his assumed beliefs really shows how hateful and insane you really are. So let's just...
Deep Appalachia is very white country, and for the most part, is exceptionally racist.
It's very white country, and for the most part, it's exceptionally racist.
Genuinely in this part of the country, you have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
Guilty until proven innocent, guys. Guilty until proven innocent.
I care deeply about horror, and everything that he does has demonstrated so far in his career that he should not be welcomed in our spaces.
Why? What has Wendigo done to work to deserve this type of ire?
Or even, just in public in general. I care deeply.
Yeah, and he made this massive thread about the whole criticism, right? I won't be reading that just yet. I just want to double check to see if maybe he off. Like, nope, it's not there anymore. Okay, just double checking. I do want to if we're gonna give someone the W, it's gotta be Wendigoon, because look at this right here. Wendigoon makes a post. It said, "Please, no one harass or comment cruel things on my behalf. I do not agree or condone meanness in any way. If you're here to leave a spiteful remark on my behalf, don't. Nothing good comes from anger. I want to apologize for people saying awful things to you on Twitter. I did not know this was happening and don't stand for that behavior. I followed you because I saw your Slender Man videos and enjoyed it." By the way, I think I saved a clip of that. I know Brandon did. I'll double check. He accuses Wendigoon of following him because he saw someone make homophobic remarks to him. The guy in charge of the In Praise of Shadows YouTube channel is accusing Wendigoon of following him so that way he can make fun of him more for being a supposed gay. Which, what kind of logic is that?
I still don't understand that part.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Then saw you were in my recommended follows. It sounds like you strongly dislike me, and that's okay. But if I have done anything to cause that, I apologize. If I have ever spoken against you without cause or made any joke at your expense, I am sorry. I do not follow you to harass you. But if that contributed in any way, I wish I could take it back. You don't have to like me, but I hope you do not feel that I have ill will against you. There is a lot you assumed incorrectly about me, but that's to be expected. I try to keep my private life in what ways I can, and my friends mentioned in the video can take up for themselves. I will only point out that your assumption about Brandon Buckingham in particular, ingratiates, because, sorry, like I said, dyslexic, because the lie regarding a threat was made up by Sneeko when Brandon called him out for his behavior. I know you wouldn't support an internet figure like Sneeko, but you inadvertently did because of not checking the source. Which, by the way, how do you not know the source that made that claim? You just heard through the grapevine about that and no one told you who made the claim? I've made similar mistakes most YouTubers have at one point or another, but harmful allegations spread when people parrot others and not decipher data. I have said things in the past that I do not agree with now, and I'm learning to better myself daily, each day, find myself more in the wrong. I am sorry for the things that I have said to bring up hurt or strife onto any person or people. May God forgive me, and I hope you're successful. The Slender Man video was great, and I hope you don't find myself or my audience impeding on your career. And again, you're here to leave a mean comment for me. Don't. Oh, such an evil, racist man right there. So evil. All right, Squatchin, so evil. You can tell.
Super evil. What a piece of shit. Oh my god.
I know, Squatchin. Like, oh my god. The most slanderous thing Wendigoon has ever done is embarrassing Turkey Tom in a lovely photo. Embarrassing the homies lovingly is everything idiots like this stand for. But yeah, and you can tell, this dude, he just hears things and he doesn't look further into them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, I guess like that's fine up to a certain point, right? Like you're not like if you just hear like random stuff through the grapevine, that's fine because like you know, if you're not trying to expose people, then you know you can just go about your day. But this guy is like actively trying to like, I don't want to say cancel. Cancel is not the right word, but he's like smearing people who he doesn't like because of, oh well, so and so told me this. Now let's begin to read the full thread. Which, by the way, Praise of Shadows has privated his account because he's going on hiatus. And like Wendigoon said, I recommend that you guys don't harass him. You know, legal purposes. La-di-da. Let's get into this.
Nobody has time to harass others. Okay.
Right. A thread about the last few days. Many people have said very fair criticisms of me and my work, that I did not appropriately portray people, and that I would like to address that. To Brandon, I do need to apologize for you to two things. First, you were right. It was wrong for me to use that picture. I included it to show that Wendigoon and you had a closeness. And you couldn't use like any other thing? You couldn't use like a photo of them together or what? There are
Wendigoon just got married, and I'm pretty sure most of those people were at the wedding.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's one picture of them all together that he could have used, as opposed to one with his fucking like.
For what it's worth, I am genuinely sorry. The second is, I did not do my due diligence into looking into the allegations against you. To be honest, I saw a picture of you with Turkey Tom, with Donut Operator, with Wendigoon, and Brandon Herrera, and
Brandon Herrera
with a gun in your hand. I wrote you off.
Well, gun's bad, John.
Of course, yeah. Such a what? I do
so
not feel you were worth my time, and that result was of the company you keep. Ultimately, that is a failing on me, though, in how I presented.
No
that.
shit.
You're supposed to be like a horror movie.
You're supposed
YouTuber.
to research movies and dissect them, but you can't do basic research when you're talking shit.
Yeah, literally like
the bare fucking minimum, guy. Come on.
Yeah, literally a search on Twitter will tell you like who made the allegations, right? Now, I'm sure if it was like a leftist who made those allegations, oh, he would have believed them and still used them hook, line, and sinker, right?
Yeah.
You using homophobic language to me, though, in calling me a low testosterone freak does not change my opinion about you. My base thoughts remain the same, even though I should have said them differently and not let that cloud my writing. To Muda, your thumbnail art was transphobic. I have nothing else to say to that, which...
Fuck this guy.
Yeah. I'm assuming Muda is mentioned somewhere in the video because, you know, Muda, he's a mean old conservative Aryan.
He says the video is transphobic in the video, but clearly didn't watch the fucking video. This guy takes surface level Twitter garbage and runs with it.
I bet you didn't watch the video.
It's now biting him in the ass.
Right. He's
fucking fled from the internet because he can't do the bare fucking minimum.
What he does is like he's probably in a group chat with other like leftist content creators. And those leftist content creators feed him all of his opinions, so that way he never has to like actually look at anything.
Yeah.
Because like the thumbnail in the video are transphobic. What? I will always do my best. I dropped the ball here on how I represented this. My heart was in the right place. No, it wasn't. I tried to live my life with integrity. If you have watched me a long time ago, I hope you know this. I will always believe in trying to do the right thing and standing up for things I do not believe in. I was overcome with anger because I think it was incredibly dangerous that there is a man in horror that you cannot criticize without being called an F-slur for days on end. Are you talking about Brandon?
Did Wendigoon
or Wendigoon, because Brandon was more upset about how you included him. Now, granted, I'm sure he probably would have like I can't.
I think he's talking about Wendigoon there because there was one point where Wendigoon followed him on Twitter and gave him a Star Wars quote, and he took it like the completely wrong way. He thought it was like a threat or some shit.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah.
But I did let anger at this affect my overall quality in the presentation of these events. I still think that this is dangerous. I still think that this should be talked about, but I should have worked at this to make my thoughts more clear and professional. Yeah, this dude this
He's
is
a
like,
lost fucking cause.
lost cause. This is like certain situations where people just assume the worst about someone, where like I'm sure if like Wendigoon had a chat, like a sat down chat with this person or like a Discord call, this all could have been cleared up.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
but he can't be seen in a Discord call with a
racist and a homophobe and a Christian.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, did he cut out the part where he says that Wendigoon is totally not Aboriginal in any form, and he thinks he's lying?
I would just, if that's part of the Wendigoon section, I would assume so.
Yeah. I'm telling him he can't use. Motherfucker doesn't even know the vast number of tribes that have Wendigo legends. Like, it's not specific to the southern states and Appalachia.
It's mostly like from what I know, it was mostly like in like the Canadian tribes and like the Alaskan tribes, or like not the Alaska, because those are
from Quebec to mid Alberta, I believe.
Okay, yeah. I also think that there's that it is telling that the bulk of what I said has not actually been addressed at all. Many of the criticisms said about the details that I got wrong, such as the nature of Brandon's work. Well, gee, people aren't talking about my video. They're only talking about what I got wrong. Because what you got wrong is so massively, it's not like you got this like one little detail wrong. You got the bulk of like these YouTubers' criticisms wrong.
Mm-hmm.
One, calling Brandon a gun YouTuber because you saw a photo of him with a gun. If I take like Squatchin, if you take a picture of your Lego set, does that mean you're a Lego YouTuber now? Clearly, yeah. If I take a picture with a
if you take a picture with a stove, you're now a cooking YouTuber, John.
Oh yeah, I'm a cooking.
It doesn't even have to be on.
Yeah, clearly. I think the bulk of my criticism is just mentally, I have grown very tired of conservatives picking apart my work for 2 years. I am worn down. I let my emotions get the best of me here, but the core idea is needed to be addressed. But this was beneath me. This was a product that had began with The Hills Have Eyes ultimately. I made this video to say that even if Wendigoon did not harbor hate, that his base was made of it, and that he was comfortable making money from that. That he's comfortable with, that his base is hate. His core is hate, and he's comfortable making money from hate. What do you mean? Like, he's not a drama YouTuber. He like a lot of, especially nowadays.
He's a conservative YouTuber, and that's a problem, John.
Oh, supposed conservative YouTuber. Yeah. This guy just frustrates me.
Well, he's religious, so he has to be conservative. That's the only way that works.
That means he hates the gays.
Clearly.
Yeah.
There's no other outcome for that shit.
Today I will be taking the section down from my video, and I will be gone for a month while I recharge and work on projects at a slower pace. I thought this was important to talk about. I still do, but the way I went about it was beneath the normal standard that I hold for myself. As my audience, I apologize for that. this is so unnecessary to do. Like, because like if you're, guess what? That's like a great concept for like a good video idea, like making fun of like political horror movies. I'm sure there are a ton of like really bad conservative horror movies that you could make fun of.
Mm-hmm.
But instead it's just like, yeah, so like this guy's from the South and he's religious. And I think he called me the F slur one time. So I'm going to make I'm going to make a section of my video dedicated to him.
What if this guy doesn't have other people in his ear, but he uses Chat GPT?
Like Mama Max?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious. So I just wanted to play this here.
This meme of an idea has directly impacted my work, my sense of self, and the videos that I am able to make. And I don't really think that that's fair. There was a month last year where I only made $500 in ad revenue.
Imagine making $500 in ad revenue. I love that.
That would be amazing, actually.
I know, right? Me and Squadron over here just like, yo, I would love that.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, by the way, Iron Duck, thank you so much, by the way. He managed to get a screenshot of his, because I guess his month, like, well, we can't see his monthly earnings, but he has about about 1,000, 1,200 members on his Patreon, and looks like he has a $1 tier.
Okay,
like
so he's at least making
$1,200.
yeah,
At least.
plus
right?
the 500 from YouTube ad revenue.
Right. So that's that's almost like a full-time job right there.
Bro protected his account and tweets. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't live off that. The amount of times that I've almost had to stop making videos since then has been almost monthly. I've barely been able to keep this afloat. I've paid my rent late most months for the past year. The cruel and untrue things that you say about another person do in fact have direct impacts on.
And like, I have no idea what controversy this dude got him into, but like, you know how you do that? How you get out of controversy when you're like a media YouTuber is, you just make videos on movies.
Yeah.
On them and the way that people culturally see them. It's why I've pushed my Patreon so much in the past year, even though I know it's annoying as fuck to do, because it is literally the only.
By the way, guys, if you want to support the channel, you can become a member for just $1.
Resource that is keeping this thing going after what happened.
A boo-hoo, I guess? Like, you get a gold star, buddy? I don't know.
Sliggins, I'll be green soon. Wait till I get paid.
Yeah. Oh, yo! I love the stars too fondly. Thank you for becoming a super nerd too. Thank you.
07s.
Yeah, thank you.
More 07.
God support the people I actually enjoy. Oh, thank you. That actually means a lot. Thank you. Anyway, so of course he just had to take a jab at Muda. He just had to, Squatch.
Always.
He just had to. So
Is it because he's Muslim?
Oh, is he? Is it because he's well? According to the r/drama Reddit, Muda's the perfect Aryan.
Yeah, but according to Noah Sampson over here, whatever the fuck his name is, everyone in Wendigoon's area is just completely racist. Every white man you meet, racist, no matter what.
Right.
And apparently this guy lives super close to where Wendigoon lives, according to his video.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So would that in turn mean that this guy here is also incredibly racist? Because he hasn't shown me that he's not.
Exactly.
He said in his video that assume they're racist until they prove to you they're not. This guy ain't proving shit.
And like, what? This guy made a response video to the extremely transphobic video of like how he's not a Nazi. Any Nazi can say that they're not a Nazi. Isn't that right, Squatchin?
Exactly right.
And as the r/drama Reddit clearly proved, Muda is the perfect Aryan, despite the fact that they completely got Muda's religion wrong. I know we've talked about them before, but it's just a small sidetrack. It's like, that's so incredibly racist because like Muda, like he doesn't like talk about his religion as much as like as much as like Wendigoon does, but he's mentioned several times before that he is a Muslim, Because like I remember like in the big post about how he's grateful for kind of like when he made like the announcement that him and Jen got married, right? Like him and Joe Jangles was like he thanked Allah in that post. Like I don't know,
That's
guys.
fair.
That strikes me as not very Hindu like.
I wonder why. Could it be that the country of origin that Muda's parents are from could possibly have more than one fucking religion?
No, that's impossible. That's impossible, Squatchin.
Guys and gals, me Mudahar, and
By
today's video
that
is brought to
logic,
you by-
what does that say about Germany?
Ah, true. So true. Anyway, let's get into the video.
Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and today's video is brought to you by Common Sense, which unfortunately isn't so common anymore. We're also bringing you a side sponsor as well, known as Objectivity Research.
Well, what are these things, Squatchin?
Stop interrupting the ad read.
You have
John.
nothing.
Come on.
You have nothing and you are gay. You have nothing and you are gay.
Yo, I love the Star Stew fondly just gifted memberships. Yo.
Thank you, thank you.
You have nothing. You have nothing and you are gay. You have nothing and you are
Yo,
gay.
let's go. Thank you so much, man. Yo, you Squatchins got one. Nuclear Winters got one.
You have nothing. You have nothing and you are gay.
Rachel
You have nothing and you are
Pepperoni.
gay.
And
Ivan.
Ivan, yeah. Thank you. Seriously, man. Wow.
You have nothing. You have nothing and
We'll
you
let
are
this play
gay.
out.
You have nothing and you are gay.
Yo, Slickin's got one too. Let's go.
Yeah.
You have nothing. You have nothing and you are gay. You have nothing and you are gay.
I still love this soundbite from Tom. You have nothing.
You have nothing. You have nothing and you are gay. You have nothing and
Do
you
we
are
have that on
gay.
that? We don't. We don't even have the thing I wanted the other day either.
Oh, that's right. I will. I'll get that downloaded today.
I'm sure you will.
I promise. I promise I will. It's you want the uncensored. I'm a degenerate effing animal.
Yes.
All right.
Bringing things up in good faith. This is something that the subject to today's video absolutely lacks. So if you're interested in common sense, go to www.this.
Oh my God! Because I have a soundbite of Tom saying that you have nothing and you are gay. I'm homophobic now. Shoot. What am I going to do, Squatchin?
Own it.
Shoot, yeah, I'm so homophobic. I kiss men.
Own it.
You can call me just any other conservative senator.
This is a goddamn joke.com/SOG. All right, I'm sure somebody's going to buy that goddamn domain. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen.
How much is it?
I was called out.
Where's my purse?
It's 1 Canadian cent.
Ooh,
Right,
that's
I'm sure somebody's going to
affordable.
buy that goddamn domain. But anyways,
I'll pay for it in
ladies and
cash.
gentlemen,
We don't have pennies anymore, so the total will round down. Motherfucker is free.
There we go.
I was called out a few days ago by a YouTuber known as In Praise of Shadows, okay? A channel that covers horror history, reviews, and retrospectives. And while this was something that was a little bit unexpected, this is not a channel I've really seen. I've seen one of his videos pop up in a feed. Never really watched it because I don't really watch at horror movie retrospectives. If you think what I watch is, this is the kind of content that I look up, okay? Look up any old game from the 90s, space, type in retrospective. Find the longest video you can and just watch it the rest of the day. That's the content that I consume, okay? That's literally what Mudahar watches. But of course, this is a guy that genuinely appears to make some pretty good objective videos about horror movies. His most recent video was Bad Conservative Horror Movies, where yours truly and friends of the channel, Wendigoon, Brandon Buckingham, so on and so forth, Oompaville got called out for promoting bad things, being associated with
Yeah. Yeah, because like obviously those guys make conservative horror movies. It totally makes sense to call out what you view as conservatives in your video about conservative horror movies.
Okay, the
This is what
bar for horror movies has been being set really, really low if their content is considered horror movies.
But by the way, I just hate like because like I guarantee you this is the same person who's like, yeah, I'm not into like the drama stuff, but like they clearly are.
Oh yeah, everyone thrives on it. It's fucking human nature. Everyone loves looking at a car wreck.
No, yeah, and
They just don't love it being in one.
which is that's a little understandable.
with the bad people on the internet. And this is where I want to kind of respond because I really feel like I was taken in the most bad faith representation possible. And I'm going to use this video to kind of make fun of this stupid shit and also address some serious misconceptions that really don't bother me at the end of the day, but enough for me to discuss it and kind of laugh at with the general community, okay? At the end of the day, I only care about my relationship to you, my fan base, okay? It is what it is. If you're somebody that hates me and clicks on these videos to say, Muda, you're a smelly poo boy, then honestly, I can't convince you, okay? Drop your comment for the engagement and I guess do what you have to. I don't really care. But again, ladies and gentlemen, it's fun to kind of laugh at these things and again, sort of like debunk a lot of the stupid misrepresentations you find on the internet. Now, this guy's video, Bad Conservative Horror Movies, watch a little bit of his content and you can kind of understand his political ideologies and his leanings, mostly left-oriented. Not to say that there isn't bad conservative horror movies or bad conservative content sometimes. Doesn't really matter what your political spectrum is.
No, yeah, because you guys remember, Muda made fun of a conservative phone ad. He made a video about this guy who was like promoting this I'm making a phone that hides you from the government. You can be off the grid while technically being on the grid. And Muda's like, and the dude was charging $800 for a phone. And all Muda did was okay, here's what you have to do in order to make your phone technically off the grid, and he did it in the video. Not gonna lie, Nuxer in that podcast, he annoys me. To each their own. I think Muda does a fine enough podcast. I think you obviously the Mama Mac stuff got him in a lot of hot water because they're just platforming the dude without really understanding what he does, But Muda's already faced criticism for that.
No matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, you're all capable of making absolute dog water. For instance, Daily Wire Plus launched Mr. Bircham, okay? Meet Mr.
Oh my god, have you seen any clips of this show, by the way?
Vaguely, yes.
It's just
Maybe.
okay, the character is a conservative, woodshop teacher, and it's someone, literally the joke is a liberal person.
Is his son gay or something?
No. His son's a streamer in the show.
Oh, okay, that's it.
No, and literally, I'll do a setup your standard Mr. Birch setup, where a person in his class will say, "I'm triggered," and he'll say, "Get triggered by this," and he does a generic Family Guy joke.
Okay. So, in high school, our wood shop teacher, old man, mild hippie.
Right.
Well, anyways, some kid was playing with the bandsaw.
Oh no!
You're not supposed to play with the bandsaw the first fucking day. You got to learn your stuff. Anyways, he told him to get his cotton picking hands off the fucking equipment.
Oh no!
One
kid
was one of the 2 black kids in our school.
No.
Yes.
No. Oh no.
Oh yes. Good times.
Did he get in trouble?
No. Because he said it to everybody. Okay.
Oh, he called everyone that.
He
I
said
guess that makes it better.
It was equal opportunity, John. Okay.
Equal opportunity. Okay.
It doesn't matter what color your hands are. Everyone can pick something. Okay.
Oh my god. I wish Vito didn't tweet so goddamn much because he.
Yeah, that's a little excessive.
Oh my god, because I know this man has quote tweeted the Mr. Birch clips, but of course he tweets 100 times a day. And I'm just gonna have to because Mr. Birch. Manager, because there's a clip it's the word manager is offensive.
BIRCHUM.
Oh yeah okay. BIR. Nope. Okay, but yeah, it's it's really cookie cutter really, it's just a terrible show.
Bircham, a no-nonsense woodshop teacher at odds with his gamer son, snowflake students, and the school's Jedi, Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Officer. Again, this is something Adam Carolla's been pitching for a while, and I watched a few clips of this, and man, let me tell you right now, okay, if goddamn Family Guy, actually Family Guy has always been kind of funny and has made edgy jokes, but the point is, if Family Guy and South Park still exist, dropping this thing, pile driving it into the ground, this is one of those shows where you watch a few snippets.
Yeah, and like, by the way, it's like they've been advertising this show as like, this is the show liberals don't want you to see. And it just sucks. It sucks so much.
Snippets out of, and it's literally like written by like a 40-year-old who just wants to appeal to one specific crowd. It's really the wildest thing about politics, right? You got like the extreme left wing and the extreme right wing, and like all the majority is in like the center middle area, and we're all just like collectively groan at the cringe some of these people spit out in their entire camps. But again, to go back to our buddy Praise of Shadows, he made this video about conservative horror movies, and while this video is 2 hours and 45
Oh god, this is trending on the YouTube gaming tab.
Oh no.
27th on trending. Oh my god. Praise of Shadows, you're done fucked up. You're done fucked up.
5 minutes. It used to be an hour more, where it contained an entire hit piece on our buddy Wendigoon, primarily, but also I got strays, Oompaville got strays, Brandon got strays, Turkey Tom got strays, pretty much everyone got strays. This man delivered a bad faith representation, and it's time to actually debunk why it was bad faith. Now I'm going to play one snippet from this video where he actually talks about Appalachia in a very wild sense, a area of the United States that covers about 18 actual states, okay? So let's actually listen to this banger.
Deep Appalachia is very white country, and for the most
Yeah, we've already seen this. Let me go to Muda's reaction to it.
There, but this is one of those statements that I kind of wanted to...
Ooh, by the way, the System Shock 1 remake, off-tangent, System Shock 1 remake, if you guys can, play it. I've played the demo, amazing.
Talk about, because honestly it kind of paints a perspective for what this person's like, you know, view of the world really is. Now I'm sure that obviously there is definitely racism in some deep parts of the United States. That's not a shocking thing for many people to consume, but to broadly paint nearly every white guy living out there really serves as a statement to further separate society. I guess maybe the equivalent statement could be like, hey look, all those Indian guys in Toronto, yeah, 99% of those dudes are racist. Trust me, you really got to dig through the Indians in Toronto to find the non-racist ones. I really feel like if anybody said that statement, it would immediately be a destroy.
Or let me give you an actual like insane conservative one, and it's like when the quartering was trying to paint like every man in India as a as an assaulter. Because he like cherry picked like all like the insane articles of like four Indian men, you know, assault monitor lizard. So bam, there you go. Bad, clearly bad faith conservative trying to be a racist, right? So therefore, there you go, Praise the Shadows. You can't accuse us of being racist now.
They would immediately get destroyed out there, even regardless of whatever lived experience people have had. Now, obviously, this is a broad statement, and it's not done in the best faith possible. And this kind of a statement from this creator actually paints how he views creators of similar, you know, areas. So Wendigoon being from that region, being with the race that he is, it starts to paint a seed in the actual user's head. When in reality, nobody should be making statements like this, and it honestly serves more as a divisive tool than something that brings us together. So when our comrade makes this exact segment where
our comrade. It is Comrade Praise of Shadows. He has made good hit piece on evil capitalist conservative.
He talks about, you know, people who are going to react to his exact segment, which is basically what he wanted, you know, picking the whole fight. This is what he actually had to say. Watch this one.
Then let's see how they react to this video's existence, because I am certain they will be very level-headed about all of this.
They were actually, and you cried like a little baby and had to delete 40 minutes of a video. Which, by the way, do you think that kills like any traction that video got?
Probably.
Yeah, because if we're going by watch hours, right, and then you take out 40 minutes of a video, I can only imagine how bad that affects you in the algorithm, right?
Yeah. Breaking news, side point, Pope Francis apologizes for using a homophobic slur during a meeting with the bishops. He has apologized for his transgressions.
Well, it's not good enough. He's a white man. It's not good enough.
So far, we have been pretty level-headed about this, okay? A lot of this whole discussion is debunking things rationally, okay? Instead of screaming over a microphone, yelling at each other, that's what piss babies do, okay? Let's actually debunk this and discuss this like actual grown adults. So, what is his reaction to, like, Wendigoon suddenly following him as he's, like, researching this hit piece? And I say research very lightly, which we'll get into.
Midst of this going on, a very funny thing happened, and that Wendigoon followed me on Twitter. I was not following him at the time. He never publicly told people to stop calling me a faggot. He never once reached out to me privately, but he did follow me, which means in my eyes that he 100% knew what was happening because I did tweet about it several times, and then followed me to let me know that he knew, and that he was watching and that he intended to do nothing to stop it.
They know what I've been doing. That's why he followed me. That's why he wanted me to know. Like, this is the ramblings of a madman. Watching, he wanted me to know.
I just can't with this guy anymore.
No, and literally, like, Wendigoon's post, so yeah, like, I really liked your Slender Man video, and I wanted to give you a follow, because I think you were, like, a really good creator. And then, like, this guy's in the corner, like, no, he knows what I'm gonna do. Oh, don't buffer on.
Why else would he follow me in that exact moment?
Oh, yeah. There's no other reason for him to follow me. That's why he did it. And especially like the way this dude sees the world, right? If you're a conservative, you have to hate a liberal, and if you're a liberal, you have to hate a conservative. So in his mind, Wendigoon can't like him. And if, because obviously he doesn't like Wendigoon. So the thought of Wendigoon liking his content is just it's so bizarre to him. He apologized for a slur, bro. Did a lot worse once upon a time, LMAO. Like I haven't even seen the supposed slur that Wendigoon has called him. Squatch, and you said it was like a Star Wars quote that he misinterpreted.
Yeah, from what I gathered from Diesel's coverage of it, it was a Star Wars quote, something having to do with keeping an eye on his career or progress or something like that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that totally makes perfect logical sense. Following you is a move of intimidation. Now, obviously,
guys, if you want to intimidate me, go follow me on Twitter. I'll be shaking in my boots. Give Squatchin a follow too, so that way you can intimidate her.
Yeah, please.
And make sure she knows that you're liking her art, so that way she knows that you know.
Yeah, the most powerful intimidation is retweets on my artwork.
Exactly.
Remember that. Not on my shit posts, on my artwork.
No, you still salty about the capital stuff.
Little bit. Oh, I should check that again.
Oh, there you go.
Over here is this person received what they claim to be some hateful words, and a lot of that was being linked to Wendigoon's community or whatever. And here's the thing: you can't really link anybody to a certain community like that, because what people post on the internet is entirely.
Oh, was it? Oh, no, was it that some of Wendigoon's fans didn't like you, ergo you interpreted that Wendigoon didn't like you? Oh, poor baby.
Entirely of their own volition. And that's where it comes down to. To be somebody on the internet, you are going to receive any form of like harassment in general. It's not something that I condone or support, but it's just something that happens to everybody in reality. To pin and blame somebody for the actions of a totally, different person on the internet is a little bit childish, and it's something that honestly I feel is being used way too much. As somebody that also receives harassment over the internet as well too, do. And maybe it's just easier for me to, maybe it's just different, but honestly, blocking, muting, or trying to not engage with these people really helps it die down. But again, that's just my experience, and I'd rather just throw that into this situation. Again, it's just blatantly
how
putting
dare
the
you
blame on Wendigoon.
offer some critiques or advice on how to deal with internet criticism. You wouldn't know how to deal with that. Right? Muda clearly wouldn't know.
Clearly not.
When it really should be put onto the individual making disgusting threats or disgusting pieces or saying disgusting things to you in general. That's not really Wendigoon's fault. That's just unfortunately an asshole on the internet. So in regarding me, all right, he ends up actually saying this.
He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that has taken advantage of Nikocado Avocado's mental decline.
Bro, they have made content together, okay? To specifically pick, Oompaville for making videos about Nikocado.
It's always like, this guy's one shooting range video. This guy's a gun nut. By the way, I'm sorry for the noise. It's my fan. It's getting that point in time where it's gonna be very hot. So unfortunately, you might hear that. Also, too, I've noticed that the noise gate I was using just like really like lowers the audio, and it's a pain to try and edit through. So.
It's insane, all right? In the same camp, you could say that pretty much anybody in the commentary space, Moist Critical, me, anybody has taken advantage of Nikocado Avocado. Nikocado Avocado is a very, very, very intelligent content creator. They know exactly what they are doing, okay? At the end of
so when Oompaville and Nikocado actually did like a couple episodes of a podcast together, and there were a couple of times where Nikocado almost breaks character because you can see him wanting to laugh. I don't think they do it anymore, but I think the episodes are still up. So if you guys can, go check them out. It's actually some decent stuff.
At the end of the day, there is no taking advantage of. And on this point, Nikocado Avocado, again, is a grown adult that can choose to make content with whoever they want to. To understand, when both these parties get together and make content, they understand that it is mutually beneficial for each other. So it's so weird that, like, now we've got this almost like fake faux outrage and this weird moral panic, when in reality, these are two adults that decided to produce content with each other. What do you mean take advantage of this individual? You simply work together, make content, and both of you make money out of it. It is as simple as it comes out to. Why are we not allowed to actually make content with people because this individual perceives them to be incapable of deciding for themselves who they want to make content?
No, they're not allowed to, Muda. You don't understand. They're not allowed to. So says Praise of Shadows, the Lord Almighty of what can and cannot be content on YouTube. By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. If you can, make sure to leave a like button. Retweets and shares of the video are always appreciative. And just thanks for being here.
Content with. This is such a weird actual take to have, and I don't understand why they decided to go down this road other than trying to pretend they care for this Nikocado fellow, when in reality the situation is about as cut and dry, as adult-oriented as one could expect.
For fame and for money. And on top of that, has made content with the human trafficker, Andrew Tate.
So what about plenty of like news organizations that have actually brought him on and actually had interviews with him? Are they also responsible? Or are you going to throw the actual idea of platforming and propagating alleged human trafficking in this situation? And I say alleged because the court cases are still ongoing. One of the weird things about the internet is basically just making statements of actual fact before things are supposed to be actual fact, okay? If you follow the legal system and you follow situations like this, it's one of the things that me, Oompa, and plenty of like the Nux and everyone on our podcast pretty much gets flack for when regards to this Andrew Tate subject. When we say alleged, it's because it is still alleged. Dog, we are waiting. Obviously.
Now, I think Muda has clarified that, like, in his personal opinion, he believes he did that full-heartedly. But it's like, obviously, like, for legal purposes, you can't say he definitively did it till proven otherwise. Because, innocent until proven guilty is, the phrase.
I have my own personal beliefs. I don't think Andrew's a squeaky clean individual, but being objective is actually being objective, okay? And it's saying things as they are, right? And of course, if Oompaville's guilty for it, have you ever actually watched the content that he makes and the discussions we have about this character on the podcast? The more and more we actually research on him, and research by reading through actual court documentations, other court cases that aren't in the public eye, we start to develop our own negative perception of this individual based on actual stuff that we have researched, not a Twitter like quote that we've read online like some people have.
He is friends with Mutahar, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites, and has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his most recent video.
Oh boy, that thumbnail's never gonna leave me.
Muda, you don't. This is forever going to be like, and he made super transphobic thumbnail. So it's always going to be the criticism now.
I'll tell you what, that's the best $120 I must have ever spent. You know, the same thumbnail that's basically made a caricature right here of that character Keffels that I actually ended up covering. Now, looking at this image over here, it is in fact just a disheveled, greasy individual, okay? And people have questioned, you know, why is this
Worm made Keffels look slimmer in his art than IRL.
Right.
That in itself is transphobic.
I love the analyst who's like, well, if you look at the muscle detail on the cheek here, this is clearly a man's face. And it's like, oh, this is a self-report.
At what age did Keffels transition? Do we know?
It's 14 pages!
They were a teenager.
So, for at least 15 or 16 years, they developed as a male, including their muscle structure and shit, right?
Yo, lamp with $1.69.
Can't talk science at these people.
You know, peace and love, peace and love. Transition if you need to. Lamp. Enough is enough. I've had enough to hear with these motherfuckers, idiots on this motherfucking platform. Everyone strap in. We're about to open up this
fucking windows. Oh, I saw that movie 3 times in theaters, and then I bought the DVD.
I wasn't around when that movie was in theaters, but I appreciate and I love the clip. For some reason, YouTube.
I will not say what just popped into my head because I do not want you to lose your platform or cancel myself. So
for some reason, YouTube won't let me buy a membership. What?
Okay, that is incredibly disgusting of YouTube for excluding Lamp like this. This is moth racism.
Yes, exactly.
And we will not stand for this. YouTube, do better.
Hashtag do better.
It's 14 pages!
Oh my god. Pidgey with a 10. Hang on, let me read that real quick. Pidgey with a 10. Hashtag justice for Worm. Also, the whole made a video with Tate point is like when people tried to call PewDiePie a Nazi for doing a meme review with Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro the Jew, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think an actual Nazi would want to do any content with someone of the Jewish faith.
Yeah.
It's just me. I don't.
Something tells me that's very un-Nazi like, you know.
Actually commissioned. I never really commissioned anything in the past. I decided to do it because of a recommendation from other creators and a quick turnaround time. I probably would have commissioned art for this goober in the video, but I honestly just didn't have the time to. But the other reality
and Worm was ran off the internet. Thank you very much.
Hashtag justice for Worm.
Justice for Worm.
Talking about use this person's art. So clearly they didn't care about that artist's attachment to actual sites that they consider to be bad. Because if that was the case, if their principles were there, they would never have used that art in the first place. Insane stuff to understand and talk about. So again, I press this individual on the idea of like, where is the transphobia that I was showcasing? Where is it? Is it in the room with us? Where is it?
Yeah, I really want to hear Guardians of Shadows reasoning for why the thumbnails, because like I want to hear him say, well, if you look at the facial structure, you know, if you look at like how the eyes are designed, this is clearly a man's eye. See,
And again, that was a response over here. I was like, you're gonna back that claim up? What about painting me as a Tate fan when I clearly aren't? And in fact, this person's only response to this was, Mutahar, your art was transphobic. I have nothing else to say to that. You know, you could actually apply some basic level of research and probably dig through just a quick little crumb and say the artist that I used made posts on that actual Kiwi Farms website and probably would have used that against me, even though I've already discussed this. See, this is a problem with this kind of stuff. Even their owns don't have any form of research to assist in their own. And of course, this is one of those things where he's like, I have argued against like deplatforming Tate. Now, I want to kind of address this because it is a point that kind of sticks around. This was the actual post that I had made, I want to say in 2022, where I said, banning Andrew Tate is dumb, ideas should be challenged, and if he spreads misinformation, it should be countered in the public sphere. I really think, and maybe
this is clearly Muda praising Andrew Tate in every way, shape, or form.
These are... This is alt-right minds.
Hearing another person's opinion? What is this? Are you a Nazi?
Yeah, for real. It's like if we run them off all the platforms, we have no way of making fun of them.
True.
So just let them run their mouths.
True, Squatchin. True. True. My God. Wait, is that too low? Can you still hear me? I'm trying to...
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm trying to fix the airiness a bit. Okay, I think that works. Sweet. Okay.
I really do believe that when talking about, you know, individuals on the internet, whether they be Tate, whether they be Sneeko, whether they be all these characters, deplatforming, I think, always strengthens a lot of their core base into thinking maybe they were right all along, maybe the establishment wants to shut them down. These people...
a prime example of that is look at any video Sneeko has made, or like any fan of his post his ban off YouTube. He was like, yeah, the ones running everything wanted him gone because he was telling how it is. And it's like, no, that's the reason why he got banned was because of an idiot named Nick is not green. Not because of any quote unquote truth he was spreading. He was just canceled by an idiotic YouTuber.
Use euphemisms like the Matrix and whatnot to basically say that there are people oppressing them, when in reality they just have really shitty ideas that in the grand scheme of things, when you actually are countering them, like Charlie's made videos on Sneeko, I've made videos on Sneeko where we've collectively shat on the individual. Charlie taught him how to use guns, I taught Sneeko how to shift gears in a manual transmission vehicle, and of course plenty of other people have laughed at individuals, especially people like Tate. I really think that discussing these things instead of outright banning might actually be for the better. Now, obviously, this is a topic that's really brought up for debate. And it's one of those things that is a gross mischaracterization of where my stance is. This guy has basically glazed me up to be a fan when I'm going to do one thing that this guy doesn't do in all of his videos, it seems, is actually research. So this is my YouTube channel, and you see this little search button right over here? You click that. You type in the words Andrew Tate, all right, real quick, hit enter, and whoa, look at that, boys. I got a few big videos. They're not small, 1.9 million views, 750,000. Of course, this one right here, 27 minutes long, where we actually look into one specific case that really paints Tates and a lot of his friends as actual proper scumbags. Yeah, I take shit from...
Muda, this clearly means that you've been supporting him the entire time. I don't know what you mean, bro. This clearly shows that you love and support Andrew Tate with all your heart. Clearly, right, Squatchin?
Mm-hmm. That's
clearly.
A fact. Clearly.
Clearly.
Okay, breaking news. Breaking news, John. You have to show chat this. This is absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely?
Absolutely. Check the group chat.
Oh, look at this. It's awesome. It's awesome right here.
My wallet's gonna fucking hate me.
Wait, shoot. We just showed a clip of a Lego trailer. Does this mean we're a Lego channel now, Squatchin?
You know it.
Ah, shoot.
Lego, sponsor us. Send us kits. We'll build them. I promise.
Hashtag sponsors.
every side, okay? Whether it's the most left-leaning or the rightoids or whatever. And it's literally because for actual objectivity, we do look through actual cases and information and come to a logical conclusion. A lot of the videos on my channel in this fashion is me presenting actual facts, actual evidence, and a lot of the conclusion is something that comes up to the average person. And I believe I present cases in such a way and in such a fashion that people usually come to what I believe is the more right conclusion, which is that these people are scumbags. When discussing characters like Sneeko with 1.5 million views, objectively breaking down this guy's stupid thoughts and brain-dead logic in 31 minutes, I think does more than just simply saying this person's bad, because all they have to do is quote tweet you and shit on you, and their side wins, your side. Nobody actually learns anything, okay? Whereas I make videos in a fashion where these people usually will not watch my entire video on their channel or even attempt to at all, because if their audience could see their contradictions and hypocrisy happen live in front of them, then they would immediately be clowned on. That's how you produce videos and how you make, I guess, quote unquote, a hit piece in this situation. Something that this individual failed to actually do. So I wanted to address these things and talk about them. But where it gets really dangerous is when this person actually makes a really, really serious claim against another creator that has been on the show. A creator that some of you might know as Brandon Buckingham.
He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape.
So this is a situation where it's so actually hilarious, right? He says that Brandon Buckingham is a gun tuber, which is so far from the course. The only thing that I've seen Brandon talk about with guns is when he went out to the ranch with Brandon Herrera and Donut Operator. The actual accusation of accused of threatening rape is actually something that I talked about in my video in regards to Brandon Buckingham and Sneeko. Now, while Sneeko likes to take it to the streets and whip his little Glock around thinking that he's hard, anytime YouTubers actually want to challenge Sneeko to a fight, for instance, like Brandon Buckingham, who fits his weight class exactly, actually matches his viewership and popularity, would absolutely, I would bet money on Brandon.
And I think Brandon was in a boxing match, right? And he won that. He won that boxing match.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Winning. Could challenge him to a fight. Sneeko decides to back out and make jokes at home. But one thing that's interesting is Sneeko, without any form of critical thought, is also somebody that spreads around false allegations. Sneeko showcases a message sent to him by Brandon Buckingham. So obviously, to clarify, Sneeko has not signed to box. He has refused to fight because I'm on his dick. What a pitiful excuse. Your main channel is literally dying, and you desperately cling to this alpha male red pill persona that is completely fabricated. I used to rock with and support this dude, but on God, it's fuck him from now on. I'll be in NYC in July, Nico. Come watch me lick shots on your busted girl. Whole gang is gonna run the train on her like she asked us to last time I was in town. I know you love controversy and beef. How do you like this pressure? Now, of course, anybody could read that and just say, bro, the boys and I are going to come gangbang your girl. Obviously, when he's saying shit like...
especially to the infamous cuck known as Sneeko.
Like she asked us to last time I was in town, his joke implies explicit consent at this point. Now, of course, Sneeko decides to be so butthurt about this, he actually spreads really harmful false allegations. Listen closely.
Yo, you know who's an L-Mans? Brandon Buckingham.
Oh, yeah.
That guy sucks. Bro, literally said, I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend.
Yeah.
These are the claims that Praise of Shadow believes, or believed, rather.
Yeah.
Literally said that. This dude said he is going to R-word my girlfriend. Bro, nothing warrants saying I'm gonna R-word your girlfriend.
Now again, one look at our buddy Praise of Shadows probably enlightens you to understand that this guy might be ideologically opposed to Sneeko in general, but not ideologically opposed to take a false actual representation, a bad faith representation, and promote that as it was actual reality, dude. I mean, come on now. That is without a doubt. This took 5 minutes of fucking research, okay? Even when I was doing it, it took like 5 minutes to get those clips together. Find the fucking...
Literally, all you have to do is just do one Twitter search and bam, you can find the clip. That's how I originally found them when that stuff was going down. I'm sure you can still find them now. So, like, dude, stick to your lane. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about other YouTubers. Just talk about media, which is what like people like Wendigoon liked you for. Probably because a clip of him acting out he would have sex with Chad. Oh yeah, that was the reason why Nick is not green wanted him banned. I still maintain the fact that Nick should not Nick, that Sneeko shouldn't have been banned because look how crazy he is now. Like he's legit saying that, like he was legit saying that, like the reason why his channel was gone because the a certain group of people are in charge of everything. They didn't want him to speak the truth.
Contradiction and laugh at it. So again, one of the things looking further into it is obviously, this person clearly has had a bad time on YouTube. So I want to just bring up the ultimate contradiction. He's represented me, Wendigoon, Brandon in bad faith amongst plenty of people. So I'm going to look at what this person actually had to deal with on the internet himself. And 47 minutes into his bad conservative horror movies was this goddamn line drop.
I normally have a rule for myself of refusing to engage in purposefully combative comments, but this one made me really mad. And I said back to them, I can assure you that I have never done that. That accusation.
Let's see, he's been up his own ass and has been for several videos now. He apologized. Assault in media as art. What do you expect from someone calling himself an artist on every video?
Is disgusting to me, and putting those words in my mouth is in extremely bad faith. To which she said, I wouldn't make that accusation if it wasn't something you have done. Either way, you sadly became full of yourself, mourning over your poor artist soul and drowning in self-pity.
Switch to Chrome to help protect yourself from malware.
God.
I love that he left that in.
God damn it, Muda. Use ad blocker when you're doing videos.
What a joke, Google. Oh man. Anyways, though, comedic interruption aside, yeah, this person was accused of a bad comment, and it wasn't something that wasn't good faith either for him. So he was clearly somebody who was, in the same situation of apparently somebody took his words out of context, like he took my Tate mention out of context, and didn't even bother to attribute to the fact that I actually spoke out against the person that he also hates as well, it seems. And yeah, represented me in bad faith. And what did it cost him? Well, let's go dive in a little bit.
A man had posted, I'm just here to see how long it takes him to whine about the racist patriarchy. To which someone else said, if you dislike his videos so much, why do you watch and comment on them instead of watching something you actually enjoy?
Why does he spend his time reading guys, okay, you know what I do? I skim through my comments every, when I get them every now and then I go back to my day.
To which he said in return, 'cause I'm a dick. This meme of an idea has directly impacted my work, my sense of self, and the videos that I am able to make. And I don't—
Oh God, this is the full context for that clip? What a loser. Gamer Shadow 69 said he wants me to fail, and that he wants me to fail because because he's a dick. Oh my God, this is gonna affect me for all my work. What? Brainworms, literal brainworms. What the?
At this point, his brainworms have starved because there's nothing to feast upon.
The brain rot is real, folks. The brain rot is real.
Don't really think that that's fair. There was a month last year where I only made $500 in ad revenue. I can't live off that. The amount of times that I've almost had to stop making videos since then has been almost monthly. I've barely been able to keep this afloat. I've paid my rent late most months for the past year. The cruel and untrue things that you say about another person do in fact have direct impacts on them and the way that people culturally see them. It's why—
Oh, the irony.
I've put—
Now look, all jokes aside, listen.
So he has
An
the gall
obvious-
to say that after defaming everybody else?
Oh no, that was right before he defamed everyone.
Right before? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's hilarious.
Bruh.
Now listen,
That's-
false allegations can really hurt someone's career. Now let me spend the next 3 hours talking about false allegations.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Obviously, it is kind of a shame, right? Like the things that people say about you can cost you sponsorships, viewership, advertisement revenue.
By the way, they've gone after Muda's skincare company.
Yeah, I didn't even know Muda had a skincare company.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, I remember he advertised it when it was like starting up, but he doesn't like shove it in every video. But yeah, it's like it seems to be a decent brand. I'm not really much of a skincare guy, but it's something he's proud of and good for him. And it sucks that people are trying to like ruin that for him.
Consequences to people spreading misinformation about you? Wow, I wouldn't have thought. So his response to basically what happened to him is to just do that to other people.
Of course.
Like, wait, hold on a minute. And the other thing about like, oh, I didn't make enough money to make this worthwhile. Oh, people aren't signing up to Patreon. Then maybe it's up to you to make more engaging content and bring more people in. I always hate it when these people are like, oh man, I can't turn YouTube into a full-time job. YouTube's never meant to be a fucking full-time job, okay? It's lucky if it's a full-time job, but never put your eggs into this basket. Get a goddamn job, okay? I have a job at this day and age, all right? You know why? Because it's more secure and safe. But anyways, this isn't a job rant. This is actually more looking into this person, all right? They don't like bad faith, but they absolutely operate in bad faith, all right? It actually impacted them, and yet they do the same thing to other people. It's insane. And again, look, at the end of the day, it would be one thing if they actually had real cogent arguments, but in reality, they don't. And here they actually kind of admit here. So in this entire diatribe, they write, a thread about the last few days. Many people have said very fair criticism of me and my work, that I did not appropriately portray people, and I would like to address that. To Brandon, I do need to apologize to you. You repeated him about being threatening the R word. Like, what is going on here? Here's the thing. Back when I, had my spat with Ethan Klein about the donation shaming, in retrospect, looking into it, it's like the most nothing burger thing in comparison to propagating actual allegations like this.
No. So I think it's safe to say, praising Shadows, definite L on this guy's part.
Yeah.
I can't wait for him to come back and like try to pretend like everyone who like, just being mean to me.
Mm-hmm.